This week's question is, why do you need to log back in? I'm Steve, this is TQA Weekly, and chances are if you're watching this show, you at the very minimum have a Gmail account connected with your YouTube account, meaning you have already logged in, you might have logged out, and it is highly probable that you've had to log back in without having logged out first because you were logged out automatically or by the browser for one reason or another. And you're going to learn why based on my own knowledge. I am a programmer. This is something I do, and we use two specific sets of details to figure out how long you should remain logged in. The first one is convenience, because we don't want to inconvenience the user for no reason, but the second reason is security. Websites that are considered high value, high risk, like your bank account or your PayPal account, will have extremely short session durations because keeping them online any longer would be a problematic risk that could lead to many problems, such as viruses draining your bank accounts, your PayPal accounts, and so forth. So obviously, in many cases, even on your own mobile devices, these websites and programs will simply log you out automatically in an extremely short duration for your own security. In those cases, security is always paramount over convenience because it is an extremely high inconvenience to the user if for some reason they get defrauded. Now, if you're on a website such as Facebook or Twitter and whatnot, these websites allow you for near indefinite logins because you're supposed to be able to like, share, and comment. Because these are social interaction websites, keeping them online nearly indefinitely is actually better for these websites. It is still dangerous, but they often offer two-factor authentication to make sure that you are in fact the person logged into that website. And therefore, you are safer than you would be than on a website that doesn't offer two-factor authentication. In this case, convenience does have a better and more important role than security because you're not likely to lose any money. But then again, you need to pay attention to whenever you get a message from any other place saying that you have been logged in elsewhere, especially if you haven't. Because if you have two-factor authentication on and they give you a code to log in, that means your password is compromised and it is time for you to change your password. And for those of you out there that are wondering, is it possible to change the duration of the session regardless of which website you are at, let's say with the use of a plugin to modify the duration in a cookie? Here's a little tidbit that you should understand. So, unless you're using a website that offers the stay logged in option, chances are any programmer worth their salt will not allow you to change the date and have it affect the website in any way, especially websites like my own, and I am not the only one who does this. You see, we don't just put the time and date into the cookie. We're expecting that cookie to basically delete itself then, and therefore the record in the server will also be deleted. This is to save space, but more importantly, this is a security measure that we use to prevent other people from compromising your account. This way, you are able to log in, log out, be logged out automatically in a way that is safe for the website and the user, and changing the time and date in the cookie is not a guarantee that you'll be logged in longer. And this means that you will always be safe, especially on websites that take care of this, because it is highly possible that even if you did change it, the entry would disappear from the server and you would be logged out automatically anyway and the cookie deleted from your computer. There is a potential risk that your browser is the one causing you to prematurely log out, especially if there are problems with the browser itself. Sometimes updates do cause issues with sessions. In this case, you might want to reset everything in the browser so that you can try logging back in normally or move on to the next update if possible. This way, you will remain logged into the websites that you're supposed to be able to log in, like social media, But never worry about your banking websites. Those will log you out nearly immediately. And that's just the way life is. You can't do anything about it. It's just the way it is. So like this episode if you like it, dislike it if you didn't, share with those you think can benefit from this, and don't forget to subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions for topics, you can put it down below or send them to ask@tqaweekly.com. Of course, you can go to my website, tqaweekly.com, for the show notes on this episode, past others, find other ways of subscribing, and use the contact form to email me directly. And if you want to see me play games such as Borderlands 3, Metro Exodus, and many others, go to twitch.tv/zaxis1981, where I play 3 or more times a week. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.